Hey everybody, this is Tiffany with Boss on a Budget, and today we're going to talk about 3 strategies to help you get over your fear of grant writing. Hey everybody, it's Tiffany here. So let's talk today about how to get over your fear of grant writing. I think people get intimidated, and it's only because you don't understand the basic rules and the fundamentals of grant writing. But once you get that, you'll be good to go. You may make mistakes along the way, we all do, but once you get to a point where you've written a few, you're really going to think back and wonder, what took me so long? So I just want to talk to you about 3 strategies to help get you from from 0 grants to writing a lot of grants for your organization. The first thing that I will say to get you out of this slump, the one thing you can do to get started is to just start writing. That's all you have to do. You'll find that it'll be much easier once you're kind of working out a rhythm and you get used to writing about your programs. It'll be much easier to get to a point where you can actually complete a full grant proposal. So these are the 3 strategies that I suggest that you do to get yourself kind of in the mode and ready for a grant proposal. The first thing I suggest is that you find a couple of funders that you're interested in that have grants that may fit your programming. What I suggest you do is research the application process, find out what they're asking for in their proposal, what does the full package look like, and do a mock proposal. Go through the whole, process of writing out everything, of getting all the information you need to write the proposal so you can get used to, well, what are the questions that I'm going to have to ask? Do I have all the information that I need to even complete this? Because then it will help you understand what it really takes and what you need to pull and what you need to know about your programming to actually complete a grant proposal. I think it would be a very useful exercise for you. And again, it'll help you kind of get over that initial fear of not understanding what a proposal looks like and what it takes. The second strategy that I recommend is that you fill out a common grant application. So if you've never heard that before, a common grant application is when a group of funders get together and they decide that they don't want their own individual processes for their grantees to submit requests for funding. They want one standardized process across a bunch of them. So they'll get together and they'll agree on the same questions that they want asked of all of their grantees so that when their grantees do approach them, they can say, just fill out the common grant application and we'll take that as a grant proposal. So there are a bunch of different areas around the country that have their own common grants. My area has a common grant application. The Washington D.C. metropolitan area has their own common grant application. I put a link in the description box so you can see a couple of the common grant applications that are out there. And again, I suggest the same thing. Go through the common grant application, see what the questions are, see what they ask of you, see what's required to actually fill out the proposal. And then once you get used to that and once you've done that, you kind of know what to expect and you're not really as surprised when you have to write your first grant proposal. You're more prepared to understand what you need to bring to the table to complete the package, okay? The third strategy I would suggest is to create a master proposal. So a lot of grant writers, once they get used to writing, they come to the realization real quickly that I'm writing the same thing over and over again, or I'm recycling information, or I'm pulling information from here. It would make a lot more sense if I had one document and then whatever I want to pull about this program and kind of rework it for this proposal, I already have it stored and saved somewhere and I can just pull right from it. That's what I suggest you do in the beginning. So again, you can gather all the information you need. So when it's time to fill out a proposal, you're not pulling your hair out and you're not pulling from here, trying to scramble and write things from scratch. So there are a couple of things that I suggest you should put in this master proposal. First, think about your organization. So write the history, the mission, the vision, Write all the programs that you have. What are your organizational goals? What are your recent activities and accomplishments? What have you been up to as an organization? Kind of put an organizational section in that proposal. Then I suggest you have a section on your programs. What are the different goal statements or mission statements for all of your programs? What are the target populations for your programs? How many people do you typically serve? What do they look like? What are the particular activities of the program? Are you using a specific program model or providing some kind of training or using some kind of training module? What did the staff look like? What are their qualifications? All of that information about the program, I would put in like the program section of your master proposal. Then I would suggest you have some information about outcomes and data. So what program outcomes do you have and what information are you collecting about your programming to see whether or not you're successful at what you do, to see whether or not your program is progressing. You should be capturing some kind of data on your programming, and I would store information about that in the master proposal so you can easily refer to it and pull it out. If you have a logic model or any other charts or tables of figures about your programming and any information about the success of your programs, I would put that there. I would also have a section on your staff. So staff qualifications, their bios, their resumes, just a place to store all of that stuff so that when it's time to submit a proposal, you're not reaching out to them and waiting on them to get back to you, because I guarantee that'll be the last thing you get because people will take forever to get back to you. So I suggest you collect that information just off GP. Just have it in your master proposal, and then you can pull from it whenever you need to. So when you use your master proposal or when you write it up, I suggest Google Drive. That's what I use. I like Google Drive because you can access your documents from anywhere, and you can have different types of documents. You can have like a Word document, Excel, you can have folders with pictures, folders with PDFs or your program brochures or flyers or things like that. And it can be all stored in one place where not just you can access it, but multiple people on your team can access it, and multiple people on your team can add to it, so you don't have to scrounge around and do all that work yourself. Okay? So those are my 3 strategies to kind of get over your fear of grant writing. If you need information or you have questions about that, you can always email me at tiffany@bossonabudget.com. I also have a free grant writing support group on Facebook. I put the link in the description box below. And if that's it, that's all I have for today. So I just want to say thank you for watching my video and happy grant writing.